Welcome to Dan's Diary. It's week 60, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll correct that later. And it rained monumentally on Saturday night. It rained all day Sunday yesterday, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it was coming in sideways. No leaks in the house, fortunately, but the garden was flooded. Flooded. Thank God we live on the top of a hill, that's all I can say. And the trench at the back was, I think it was knee deep. So the boys came round here this morning, it's Monday, and dug a small trench from the water. I'll show you. Right, when I tell you, that was ankle deep. It was ankle deep, all ankle deep, thigh deep, neck deep, all the way down there. They dug that this morning, and it's all filtered off, and it's draining away. There's no chance they're going to be working today in that. And there's no chance, because I think it's going to rain as well later on today, and tomorrow's forecast is pretty bad. There's some kind of weather front approaching the Philippines, but whether it hits Bataan is another matter. But nevertheless, we ain't got any work today. The small works going on at the front won't even bother you with those at the moment. They're moving the soil from the front over the wall, there you go, and he's depositing it further along the wall. There you go, so that's what they're doing, and then they're going to do some concreting if the weather holds off. Right, now, you know I told you I was being attacked by crows, and I bought some of those spiky things to stop them landing. Well, it's working, but they keep knocking them off, because like an idiot I fastened it with mastic. So that dried and went horrible and didn't work, so I'm now using no nails, so that's definitely working, so they can't knock those off. They're still landing though, they're landing behind the spikes. So I've got to think of a plan. Right, I'm going in. I don't know what for though, because the power's off. Penelco have decided to do some repairs further down the road. So half of the county is without power this morning. Well, until 1 o'clock. I've just got up, I haven't had any breakfast yet. I'm going to have to boil a saucepan of water like we did in the olden days, do you remember? Using gas. Make myself a cup of tea. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, that's it for the morning, almost the whole of Monday. So I'll see you on Tuesday. Well, a bit later on in the afternoon, the bad weather finally arrived. Enjoy this. Well, I'm not going out there. It's too wet. Look at that. No, it's definitely the rainy season. Rainy season is kicking in. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, it's Wednesday. Let me show you this. Ay, 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 monumental. It's thrown it down all night, all day yesterday. Let's have a look what there is out here. Woo-hoo! Look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. There's those holes that I drilled, pouring water out from the bottom. That's how much of a flood we've got onto my land. Crazy, crazy. Now, despite all those people that bitched and moaned about my roof, how it should be taken down and how my roof repairs weren't going to be any good, well, let me tell you this, Mr. Know-it-alls, that the only thing, the only bit of water that's coming in is a tiny bit just there that leaks down to there. In all of that rain, there's a tiny bit there, and I've got a guy with a mastic sealant gun who's going to fix it as soon as it's dry. So there you go. Now look at that. You've never seen water. I have never seen water like that, ever. Now this is caused by a weather front off the coast of the Philippines, heading towards South Korea, I'm told, and they're welcome to it. They really are. So it's literally just stopped raining for a second or two. Let's go out and have a look and see what we can see. Well, you can see it's a running stream. You can see it's running down here and disappearing over there. We'll have a look over there in a minute. I'm not looking forward to that, but let's see what's happening round the corner. Yeah, it's a torrent. Oh goodness me, it's coming over the wall there. Floods of it there. Now that is not just our property, I might add. We found a drain that comes from next door, which we're going to block up. So that'll cure that one, but at the moment that's coming from next door's property. Bit of a shame, what can you do? At the moment can't do anything, but we've found the source. That's what those guys were. Oh, I'm not sure I've videoed it, but they were widening the drain bit so they could pour concrete, but they couldn't pour concrete because it was still wet. So given the next few days, we'll be pouring concrete in that, and that should stop that happening. Me fish, me fish. Oh, me nets. One of me clips has come off from there to there, probably by the weight. It was only a zip tie anyway, but I'll put that zip tie back. Well, my pond's getting a good recirculation of water, isn't it? Oh my good night, I can't walk over there. Stroke, don't want to walk over there. I'll go round the other side of the house and do it. But you can see it's all down. It really did throw it down all night. I've never seen the like. There, now you can see my retaining wall that wasn't a retaining wall. That suffered. So with all the water that's coming in here, with all that water, the builder came this morning and just opened that section so it can flood out and relieve the pressure. But you can see the wall has been pushed back and the railing on the top has been moved, but that's no problem to a man of my builder's capabilities. Once we've got rid of all that soil and it stopped raining, we can just replace that bit and all will be well. So don't panic about that, lads. I'm going to get off this marshy land and go and have a look around the front. There's a bit of damage outside. That plant's snapped and fallen over in the wind, and I think that palm tree's had a bit of trouble. Apart from that, we're all right. That's not affecting my Wi-Fi. I'll have to go and check that in a minute. And that's the status of the flooding at the front. It's not gone in the garage, it stopped there. Shows you the gradient was right. But there's a little bit of flooding there. You can see it's all pouring down here and pouring down the road. Oh, this is set from the whole of today, I think, before that storm front moves away. There you go. What a bugger. What a bugger. Can you believe there's someone on the bike going down? Crazy. Right, well that's enough of that for the day. Well, it's just intensified its rain speed coming down. Have a look down there. But this is a prime example, everybody, of when you buy land in the Philippines. Everyone knows that the Philippines gets these storms and seasonal rains. And what you should be asking is the land flood free? Now the seller is always going to say yes it is, never had a problem, don't know what you're talking about. So you got to do your due diligence, and that consists of going to the barangay council and saying to the barangay, I'm thinking about buying this plot here, and show them the plot. Is this flood free? Some people may know what they're talking about, some may not. You could go to the planning department, they should know what they're talking about, but it's down to you to ultimately to be happy. Is the property surrounded by waterlogged fields or rice fields. I mean, is the land showing signs of water damage? That's a good clue. Is it on a hill? That's an even better indication that probably you're going to be okay. Is it surrounded by vegetation, i.e. soil, or is it surrounded by concrete? Because concrete's going to flood, soil isn't. That said, soil is going to flood if you're not careful. So as long as you are high up on a hill, I think you're going to be okay. My house in Beverley is on a hill. This is on a hill. This would be underwater if it wasn't. Down the road, that way, are houses built at the bottom of the hill in a valley. I dread to think what they are. They're going to be underwater. Joy's mum lives in a valley, and in Dilly-Lupian, which floods constantly, about 8 years ago, that house was half underwater. So you really, and there's no insurance for it. They don't take out insurance over here. I do. I've got full insurance on this. So any leaks that we're going to find inside the house, I can get fixed on insurance. But the point is, many people don't. So if you're not careful, you could find yourself flooded out and having to pay for the repairs yourself. So my best advice to anyone in the Philippines is get flood insurance and make sure that you live high so it does not flood. There you go. Basics 101, living in the Philippines. Well, would you look at that? It's throwing it down. Again. You see that overflow hole there? Let me zoom in. That's up to halfway, and that's just the water that's rained into the pond and brought that up to halfway, even though it's still letting out water. Looks like none of my fish have decided to swim up it. Well. I'm going to go inside and have a cup of coffee before the power goes off, because I'm sure any minute now electricity is going down. Crazy. And this is set for the rest of the day, so that's going to do some more. The only bits I'm concerned about are this wall here. I am actually concerned about that collapsing, so that does concern me. The sooner we block that drain off over there, the better. And the rear retaining wall, although it does concern me, it doesn't concern me as much as this one does here. So if that's my only problems in life, not done too bad, have I? Alright, let's go and find that coffee. Listen to that noise! That's coming from the roof of the barbecue. I'm having to shout over it. What a storm. You know what? This week there's going to be some videos on this storm posted on YouTube. Now, I don't want to make light of it at all. Some people have got more than a silly little leak coming from the ceiling. I might have a little bit more if that wall collapses. However, it is exciting to see from where I'm standing. You don't see this often in your lifetime. There's the thunder. And like I said, this is due all week, so I mean all day. Wow. I think I honestly don't see how it could get any worse, but I don't want to tempt Providence. Okay, signing off before I go underwater. So we've got a little bit of water there, which is all cascading down through this bit that they did. Now if you look there, you can see that the wall has disappeared. At the back, the wall has given in. It's just the railing that's there. So the water is going down there, and if you look between the trees, you can see a newly formed stream right down there. So I don't think anyone will be building houses down there. At least not if they're got any sense. And I'll tell you what I can also see, if I look straight ahead, there, you can see it, a stream down there as well, can't you? So I think that will stay like it is. Unfortunately, I'll tell you what it is, it's 11:30 and it is as dark as it would be. I'm surprised those lights haven't flicked on. They are solar powered, might be on a timer switch, but I think they're on a light, an ambient light switch. I'm surprised they haven't switched on. It's about the same lightness as it would be at about 7 o'clock at night, and it's 12, and it's just started raining again. So I'm going to make a dash into the house. Max is in his cage. Maisie is following me outside, so let's go and, oh, there she is. Can you see her? So let's go and rescue her before she drowns, and we'll go inside. Well, it's Thursday morning, and all last night, no, that would be Wednesday, it threw it down, absolutely threw it down with rain and high winds. Now, it's still raining and there's the residue of winds, but really it was horrendous. This lot here, these trees here were almost bent double. You can see the leaves and the twigs and bits and bobs on my grass, but my shade on my pool. Wait till I show you that. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Right, what I've got to do here is, I think the pole's relatively straight. Let me have a quick... no, on reflection the pole is relatively bent. Where it goes into the grass or the concrete base, I think it's bent just there, which is excellent. So I need a new scaffolding pole, don't I? Need a new scaffolding pole, paint it grey, and stick it in there. So that's a job for the future. I'll take the cover off when it's dried. I don't want to do it yet because the sun will turn the pool black, won't it? Or green. So I'll wait until I've got a man spare, which I should have when the workers come back to work. I'll get them to excavate up the existing pole and then embed me a new one. You can't do any of that until it stops raining, and it's not stopped raining. In fact, I'm getting wet, so let me go inside. Yeah. We still haven't got any power. The power went off yesterday evening and it's still off. I'm looking down the road, I can't see their lights are on, so maybe they're off as well, it's not just us. I'll get Joy to ring Penelco when she gets out of bed, 8 o'clock, and she can find out what's happening, can't she? Which means, of course, we've got no water, which means I can't clean my teeth, can't really have a wash, standing here like the abominable snowman or abominable yeti, waiting for electricity to come on. Yeah, and the water to stop. I can't even offer you, oh, I suppose I can offer you a faint glimpse that there is a bit of blue, no, a bit of white cloud. Hold on. There are black bits in the clouds, but then there are also spatterings of white cloud. So maybe, and the wind's coming from that direction. So you never know, do you? Might stop today. I hope it does. I want to get my retaining wall finished. I want to get the boys to do that pole. I want to get the boys to block up that drain in the far end. So there's 3 things that have got to happen, and they can't really happen until it's dry. Unacceptable. So fingers crossed the typhoon's gone away and it's getting back to normal, but there is a bit of a breeze, I'll kid you not. Did I say it looked like it was stopping raining? Did I say that? Hey. You can't blame anyone from Penelco not coming out to fix someone else's electricity, can you? Be honest. I suppose it'll get done when it gets done. Third world problems, isn't it? Wow, look at that, will you? Oh, you can see the palm trees blowing over there. Well, it did rain this morning, but for the last 20 minutes it's not rained and it's not windy. So let me just show you the sky. There's something strange. Look, what's that? It's the sun trying its best above dark clouds, white clouds and then blue clouds. So something's happening. There's whitish clouds over there, there's whitish clouds there, there's whitish clouds there. So I think I'm going blind having just stared into the sun. All I can see is a round dot. Yeah, so all I can see there is the beginnings of the Philippine sky again. So fingers crossed, that's it. We'll just get these black clouds out of the way, maybe a tad more sprinkles, and then hopefully by the weekend we'll be back to normal. Which means I can get my pond pole sorted out. I think my builder's nice enough. My new one, not Joel. Joel's gone AWOL. My new builder is nice enough to fix that for me. So hopefully over the weekend we will see. Although looking at that marsh, I don't think he can excavate out that pole and the base in conditions like that. So we're going to have to wait until that's a little bit more drier. And there you go. So that's Friday for you. Oh, one of those showers I was talking about has just started. Let me see if I can get this on camera. There you go. Can you hear it? There's old Max in the rain. There you go, you've just witnessed the start of a shower. How often do you see that on video? Never. This could be the first. Anyway, that's Friday for you. Artistic pose for Max. So there you go. Let's hope Saturday's a little bit better so I can do some posting. Well, today's Saturday. The boys have come back to work. So we've got some formwork for one of the columns in place. And I saw them making up the formwork over there. So it looks like we will continue today. Saturday. It's a semi-nice day today. There's no chance of it raining, although it looks a bit dark on camera. It's dark blue clouds with white clouds. You can see for miles. There's no wind. It's a little humid. We're back to where we were. The sun's struggling to come out. I don't think it'll rain. So hope you enjoyed this week's wet and windy video. Hope to see you next week. May all your problems be small ones. May you be healthy, wealthy and wise.
Game over.